Well, when I was 19, I was out with my horse, Harlequin, and so I went out to exercise him, and he took off with me and he bolted, and he slipped and fell on a road and landed on top of me. I had my heart fractured, which it was designed to do, and with the weight of the horse landing on me and rolling over the top, sustained a serious brain injury.
Anne was lying in the road, and she was still slightly conscious. She was still moving, but the ambulance man said, "If you're a mum, get in the ambulance with her." So they drove very fast to the hospital in Newcastle, and the ambulance man said, "Hang on to your hats because we're travelling at speed." So I just started to say my prayers and try to keep calm, that all would be well. And eventually they came and said that they had assessed Anne, and it wasn't looking good at all. That she was a Glasgow Coma Scale 3, and they said, 1, you're dead, 2, you might as well be dead, because nobody's ever recovered from 2, and Anne's a 3. It was dreadful. I think I've tried to blot that out of my mind actually, because I'm finding it quite difficult to actually tell you about that.
People don't understand. As far as they're concerned, you're physically there. You're 100%. You're physically there. Your injury has happened a while ago. You are recovered. You're not limping. You're not struggling. There's nothing physically wrong with you. You are not disabled. Best way I can describe it is having a filing cabinet locked but shaken up. The files are in there but aren't in the place that I originally filed them. I will get to them eventually, but it will just take me half an hour I don't know, it might take me a lifetime to find the files that I'm looking for, but they are in there somewhere. I know that I get very tired very quickly, and I do try to control that with, I know if I'm going out, if I have a sleep in the afternoon, then I'll be able to cope in the night time. But other than that, I won't be able to cope.
8:30, 9 o'clock at night, Anne will say, "I'm tired, I'm off." And she vanishes, off she goes to bed. The family know that Anne needs a rest, but I think it could be looked upon as being rather rude or antisocial.
I don't want to hide under the umbrella of I've had a brain injury, but unfortunately at times you've got to say to people, I've had a brain injury. I don't know. Word finding sometimes very difficult. I say a word that mightn't have anything to do with the situation but might sound
I think
alike.
at work, that's another huge issue for Anne, and I think it must be for many people who return to work. And I think that's one of the things that Anne's still struggling with, and we're struggling with as well, to be honest, is actually how to support someone with a head injury back into the working environment when everyone observing the head injured person would think that that person is perfectly fit and capable, and yet they do have these underlying problems that are so difficult to see and assess in the workplace. Oh, a tremendous amount. In the short time that Anne's been living down here in Darlington, and we made contact with Headway, I've seen Anne flourish really and blossom. It's amazing. I would say, first of all, the fact that we were fortunate enough to meet Jean, and through her expertise, she was able to help with a very, very difficult problem that Anne was having regarding employment and a new role that she'd taken up in Darlington. That was just amazing. I'm so very, very thankful for that.
Meeting other people with the same problems as I've had or I have, or and see how they're coping with it, and meeting other people and having a laugh and just relaxing and just enjoying myself with other people who aren't going to judge me for who I am or what I do or what I can't do.
But also on the social side of things, Anne has really taken to the social aspect of it in a huge way. Particularly when they went up to Kielder with the Calvert Trust, she just loved it, and she talks about it all the time, and she has some lovely photographs, just brilliant, and it's like the old Anne that we used to know many, many years ago.
It's one big family. It's, I've in the last few months I've discovered Darlington Headway, and it's just like coming home. It's like being with a family, being with people who I love, people in our little group, and I hope people love me. I mean, there is nothing wrong with any of us, but we are all normal. Who knows what normal is?